Hello. Oh, I'm still here. Cool. All right. Let's get going. So where I left off, this other project was well, so far, all situated. All right, you can see me now. So where I left off was that I was attempting to trying to get my configuration to be a little bit closer to this. This is good, but I need it to, when I run this run script, to allow me to add some options. And so what I'm going to do is use the library for parsing that. Let's see, it's like arg parse is what I want to say. We're going to parse some arguments here. So arg parse. Let's see. I mean, that seems good. Do it right here. I don't even have text at the bottom of help. Okay. Inner description going to be something of probably what I put as the description for my blog here, for my blog post. But the idea of spinning up local environments. Oh, and you know, I realize my face is off. There we go. There we go. Spinning up local environments to interact. And interact. Okay. Then oh, epilogue. Do I need an epilogue? I don't know if I do, but add it and then we'll see what it looks like when it runs. And that will be interesting. Let's see. This little issue. Opened it. It's saying oh, it's because I need commas between these. Yeah. All right. So one argument I want to have is not a file name, but just the idea that um, you can add subdomains. Argument would be A. I wonder, can I put a description of what that is? Class count. Let's, all right, here, help. Okay. That seems pretty straightforward and simple. And how do I get right here? Okay. Oh sure, let's print them. Yes. Run it. Nope, that's obviously not work. I did mean argument parser. Thank you. All right. What else did I do? Type was a little lower this morning. And all right, so the value that came out was none, I believe. But then if I do this, it says post none usage. Expected one argument. So maybe there's a difference between an argument and a flag. Okay, this is a flag. So with verbose, action equals stored true. Oh, let's add an action to this guy. Let's say unknown action. Okay. Did we add an I'll just in this one scenario, I'm gonna be a little bit lazy. And true. trying to wrap my head around this. Okay, so it's when you set this action, it sets it to the variable to a true variable or false. You know, if it's there, it's true. Otherwise, it's I guess is it just none otherwise, or is it false? False. Oh, or true. Cool. Okay, that's pretty simple. I'm curious where these actions are defined though. Also interesting, you can store something false. Oh, here we go. These are the different options we have. So you've got store, which just stores the argument's value. This is the default action. You can store a const. That's nice. Arg parse. Parser, add argument. True false. Yep. No, those are append. You know, if I'm making this like a little command script, maybe I should do a little bit more, you know. I could make this more of like a command line tool rather than just a script that runs. Uh, let's do that. Let's say that if they don't pass, for example, um, what is first example? File name. So you got arguments. What else do you have here? Subcommands. That's a, yes, yes, this is what I want. Okay. Yeah, let's just go for it, guys. I think this will be good. So, um, I've got this parser object, and we're gonna make these subcommands. So top level parser, parser for the A command, B command, and some lists. Let's just start. We're gonna be a little bit crazy, but we'll get there. So, let's follow this example more or less. I still want this program. I'm gonna not need to add the argument just yet. Um, that still probably, but the parsers I want immediately. I mean, that sounds like what I want. I want to help subcommand for sure. Okay. A parser run. parser run help equals executes the execute setup script. Or what am I trying to say? I want to say it will call it deploy. Deploys the environment. All right. And then I guess my question is how do I short circuit this whole thing and get it to show what I wanted to show. So we have this parser A. Yeah, parser run. Yeah, it has this, and then I can add arguments to that. Cool. I think here. Cool. I think this is all I want for the moment, but I comment this out momentarily just to see what happens if I run this. The container environment. Yeah, nothing outputs, which is what I expect. But yeah. Parser args. The parser. I guess my ultimate question at the moment is what's the best way to use this to then I guess to have this list out all my stuff. It says if I do parse args, it should output all this right here. Uh-huh. Okay. Go back to reading this one more time. So parser argparse program. We've got add argument help to help. I don't need an argument. I just want to see this original parser. I didn't add anything to it. Guess what is the Oh, look at this. Wrap this guy in some square brackets. I think I was. Ooh, okay. Now when I run this, it says spin up local environments based on container images interact with each other. There's my epilogue, positional arguments, deploy, subcommand help, deploy Z environment. Second, all right, I'm back. That is good. Okay, so deploy option. Let's hit another one here. Um, let's see here. Say add. Boom. Okay. So if I do this and I say HH, if I'll dash H, I won't. Does that give me much? At the moment, no, and that's just because my help guy is ultimate executing. But this is what I can put if nobody selects anything, basically at the very, very end. Okay. So let's so in this example here, they're saying parse args, then they give it an argument list. Namespace bar equals 12 equals alt. Why is that the case here? Let's see. We've got argument foo. And right here we're parsing it. This is a boolean. Foo is true. Then they also say b, and is that just because b is a variant of this guy here, and that's the second guy. B is Biles. Interesting. I don't get this parse args thing yet, but I'm gonna just keep it simple. Let's just say let's parse arg. Let's look for add. I think that's what I'm wanting here. Okay, well, guess I got a parser, but I haven't parsed any argument. I think this guy's got a foo argument. Main parser and sub parser. The example above. When the a command is specified, only the foo and bar attributes are present. And when the b command is specified, only the foo and baz attributes are present. Similarly, when a help message is requested from a subparser, only the help for that particular parser will be printed. I've got add, I run. But it show me both. If I said like that, doesn't like that's not a thing. Help shows the help message and exit. I put a help thing right there, and it should have a help thing, man. All right. Let's get working on this. We're getting close. I just need to do a little bit more reading on this. Let's see. Boy. This obvious. Then I think if do something like a bit of okay. That's good. Otherwise, start parsing some. Add. Good. And so then the question I have next. Okay, so we're parsing these arcs, getting the arcs. Um, it's a little just a matter of from the arcs dot func. Ah, hey, Renad. Boy. You know. And there's then the question I have next is so, so on this, the if I add one flag here, it does not get to that statement. That's the help option. Exits. That one. Dun, 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 dun. Let me see here. Just doing my thing. And streaming's not something that I'm really good at. That's why I'm doing this, because I want to get better. Then the question I have at the moment is how does that work? For a subpart. Okay, okay. So when I just run this environment, this is the help for that guy. But if I need help within this guy before the arguments, I suppose. So if I have argument, which I have down here, say it's dash L location this needs something. This needs a thing. Oh, the location of the location of the subdomain. Is that what I want? We got location and name. Copy and paste that. And name. The name of this. So and then I now have access to those products there. But if I just do this, then these are set to none. Then I can say if dot okay, so that printed out, that's good. And if I add a location, it does not print. So in the situation where it is none, this dot exit, and we will say something to the effect of move that down here. this parser print help? Okay, okay. That's already working. I'm curious. And this guy here. Let's say that I have this. I'm in this situation. Can I incur a what I'm needing is the ability to um basically increase. Oh. Oh. Maybe I just need to do this. It's pretty good at comp. So just so helpful Python. Okay, okay. Then I shouldn't even need to worry about this. These should just be there. I can say created products at there. Why don't we just here? Bob's your uncle, Betty's your aunt. We've done it. Okay, getting the hang of this. Creative products. This guy. This is great. I just was in that required section, which means that makes this really, really clean. So then if I do this, what I want to do is to read in my entire user configuration object to parse the subdomains and to add it if it doesn't exist. And in the same likeness, I'm going to add a remove as well. Very similar but different. I'll just do it based on the name. Copy and paste this. Go here. Add within that selection. Move. For these two guys. Parser remove. Move, remove. I want the second of this location to be required. Run, remove. I have too many arguments. It's saying remove parser. Line 36. That unrecognized arguments -L. Okay. Do you know what I could do is I could just have an L in here but not have it be required. Then we did this. What are people complaining about now? What are people complaining about? Parser remove. It's okay if they send that in because I'm not using it. Use. I'm just doing this so that people can have nice experience here. This is a user experience situation where you can say add L, add or remove. And it should just do the thing, you know? All right, cool. Is there anything else that I would need to config? I think that's basically so. If I've got this add guy, here's where this code comes into play. I don't need any of this. All done for. User config. I think eventually I'm going to place this put the in the home directory under the container development subfolder, just for a a place for safekeeping. Um, yeah, if this is a command, it's not going to have a base project location like this one. It's going to have um, its own uh, a place for it to live, and the home directory is a good as place as any. So, not yet, but I'll move it there in the near future probably. What I'm looking to do though is to hard code for now. Let me say if yeah, that's fair. Um, yeah, all this good here. I'll probably add its own little sub function for this in a moment. Oh, let me say file name doesn't exist. Let me create it. We're gonna have this user JSON object eventually. So then what do I want to get as the subdomains? And so we say if it's none, well then in that case it will not be none. Do this with um, do this I guess. Say then be big dot end. I think what I want to append object here. Call this a subdomain equal to dictionary thing here, but name is going to be dot name location dot location. And it'll append subdomain there. The last thing that we'll do is to write that back. And add this. Testing. Test A. I click on my config. Not have test A in there. That's okay. Not okay, actually, if I'm being completely reasonable here. Got all the way down to created test A cat. Oh, that's all whack too. I had that there, but all this sub core domains. Otherwise, um, couldn't grab that. Use that here. Domains. What is this? Okay, on something, append. I think that should work. Hey, look at this go. If I do it again, does it freak out? No, it doesn't freak out at all. In this scenario, I want it to freak out. I want to say, already added. So here, subdomains.get not none. Print. Um, do this, delete that, save that. And we'll do a sys.exit. List object has no get attribute. Let's maybe I want this. No. Do one of- Yeah, I obviously don't want get, so I don't want this. I want to be able to I guess just iterate through all the items in the list, and there's probably like a map function or something like that. Oh, so I'll think through this. What's next? Does next work actually? If Neato. Right. So this is a little messy, and I'm just trying to get things working. Okay? Don't judge me. But this is everything that I want it to be. I guess another check would be this guy, but existing location. Station. Ah, Maybe I could just put it in here actually. If this. Uh-huh. Twice. Okay. This is gonna be crazy. What it means is none that we can just say something along the lines of print. Left. This says exit, pop out. Actually, otherwise, say subdomains. Okay. Got testy in there, and let's just see if I can remove it. Woo! Here we go. And I could very easily just do this really quickly. It'd be kind of fun. Open my aliases. Aliases as standard development. CDev. These. No such file or directory. Oh, that's fair. Destroy new. Ooh, that's nifty. That dev ads. Remove. Dev add dash n equals testing. There we go. Sweet. So I think that's a pretty good point to be at here. I've got the ability to add things to the array, remove things to them, and then this last thing will be to actually run the deploy, which will then do a whole bunch of other nonsense. But the whole point here is that we're getting to a place where managing your development environment is getting easier and easier. I think that's pretty cool. I got to bounce pretty soon here, most likely. But I'm pretty pleased with this progress. Let me been a minute since I've did a commit here, so let's start doing some because I'm not at all following best practices. Yeah, whoops. Let's see. Excuse me. This would oxide it. And then we're going to create a ignore. And that for now. It's more of a choice. I'm going to add that get ignore and that. And here, do I want any of this other stuff? No, I don't. We'll get to that though. Um, they've got kind of more of a online situation. Add subdomain. And those. And boom, now we're kind of moving a little bit here. But yeah, just I think doing that little dev option there made this a lot cooler. The epilogue is kind of still funny. I don't know what to do there yet, but we can put stuff there. Tunable local environments based on container images that can interact with each other. Okay, I can get rid of that. And let's change this to something a little bit better. Maybe question. Attend the barcode type lives when it's on. Sure. It's a feature, sure. And with that, I think it's time for me to boogie. But I'm pretty excited, guys. Is a all right. Let's I guess end it for now.